Hey guys,
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
dude, for the fourth time. Right. Hey guys, welcome to WeeTalks. And before we start, let's do the we again. Like 3, 2, 1. We. Okay, everybody's doing it. We. So, in summary, We Talk is a podcast series which all of us, the crew, sit down and we just talk of probably random stuff down to anything. We talk about anything in life, in general. You can totally turn on your speakers and listen to this in your background. And you can actually put your AirPods in, you can put your earphones in. You might need YouTube Premium to do that, but put your earphones in and just walk around, do your stuff throughout your day, listening to us talk. So what are we talking about today, guys?
I don't know, man. I just finished my finals, so I'm pretty free now.
Speaking of finals, how did your final exams go?
It was okay. It was online, obviously, because I can't go to campus right now.
Online examinations. How was the finals again? I remember you went for your final exam.
Yeah, I had the same thing. Just wrapped up my finals. It was all online. So what they do is they give you like an assignment question, and they give you like 1 to 3 days, depending on how difficult the subject is, to type in your answers, submit it within that time frame. It was okay.
But if you do online classes, if you do online examinations, won't it be easy for students to cheat?
Well, for my college, they have this thing called lockdown browser. It's like a browser where you use for your exams, and when you open the browser, it automatically closes every other app for you. So you can't cheat. You can't cheat. Quotations, can't cheat.
Sure, you can find your way around that.
Yeah, of course you can. I mean, we're in the 21st century.
Yeah. Well, I think they're actually okay. Like, information should always be available to everyone at any point. That's how I feel. I think what they should test you on is how you use the information that you collect, how you process it. And so I think they should even implement this in like schools, but
Speaking of lockdown browser, I could just Google and find a ton of lockdown browser workarounds and hacks to allow you to trick the computer that you are actually in that browser itself. One of the ways is to actually do virtual machines, in which you actually have a Windows or a Mac emulator in your computer, and you use that while using your main computer, your main system, to browse online. Oh my god, with all this information, are exam results even legit or relevant anymore?
Actually, like, the easiest way, if my lecturer is watching this, no you're not.
He might be. Mr. Tan.
The easiest way is like you just open the lockdown browser on your laptop and you just Google the answers on your phone or another device.
Yeah, people could totally do that, right?
That's what I do.
absolutely.
With it being so easy to cheat on exam, I think exam results aren't that relevant anymore though.
Yeah, they're really not.
But how are you guys coping online school?
It's definitely less motivating than actual physical classes.
Oh yeah. You don't get out of bed feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Like you just wake up, you get on your computer, you do your classes. Some still on
in
the
your
bed.
bed.
I totally can't spank my friends like what I did in real life anymore.
Yeah, and that takes out every other aspect that was important to your university life, right? And it's purely education now. And to a lot of people, university was not always about education. It was about connections, all these other
Making
experiences that you
friends.
make.
Yep, making friends,
now,
hanging out.
It's all just purely academics. And so yeah, I think that's really, really sad, because I remember back in the day when we still had regular classes, it was a lot more engaging. You could partake in so many more activities. It just made uni life more colorful.
Yeah, speaking of university life, how are you coping your online classes though? You can't meet your friends, you can't meet your friends. And the worst part is you don't know who your friends are sometimes because their cameras are always on. I believe either Microsoft Teams or Zoom.
For my college, we have our own. We use this platform called Blackboard.
Blackboard.
Yeah,
Right.
it's it's a all-in-one website for your assignments, your tutorials, and online classes all in one.
Right. How about you? Do you Zoom or Microsoft Teams or
Teams.
Teams?
Yeah.
Right. So you guys don't literally you guys don't know who your friends are. Well,
Yeah, for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah.
For me, I've met up with them a few times, and we have had a few physical classes. Like last year, I've met up with them, and we know each other, and I play games with some of them, so I kind of know them, but if you compare it with when back in high school where we saw friends every day, obviously it's not the same thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, speaking of not knowing who your friends are, not knowing who to talk to and all these things, I stumbled upon this new app called QuadB. Yeah, and I stumbled upon this new app called QuadB, and I just want you guys to know that this app is awesome because it helps you find new friends in university. The best part is you don't know who your friends are, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know your communities. What this app helps you do is it helps you find people in your university. You can literally talk to everyone in your university. At the same time, it makes it so easy for you to find anyone. Let's just say you want to know Sarah from economics class, you think she's pretty cute, you can find her in the directory. Now let's just say your Kevin from your school scored the winning goal in football. You can congratulate him through the directory. It makes it so easy to find people. And I can say it's really awesome. I can say it's an awesome app because I literally am the one who built the app with my team. Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, come. You know why we have such awkward stuff? We were asked to be excited by the producer. Yeah, wait, let me come out. Excited, it's so slow though. Look at that. Guys, just be excited. Yay. Whoa.
If you want to download the QuadB app, it'll be down in the description box.
You either download the app or get down on me.
Yeah, let's skip the second part. Get the app.
Yeah. But speaking of that, right, I do remember when I was in college, right, the best part about being in college is what to eat nearby. Yeah. I will always remember all the time we will go eat at a shop that sells damn delicious fried rice. And after eating the fried rice, you would be so drunk with rice because it's such a big plate. And when you eat a lot of rice, you actually get very drunk with the rice, with carbs, and you just get very sleepy after that. Yeah. And we go sleep in lectures.
Oh.
Yeah, but the difference right now is you can legitimately sleep at home. While you are in Zoom calls, Blackboard classes, and all these things.
Because as long as lecturers see that you're in the class itself, they would just take your attendance. They don't check if you're actually in the class.
Well, on my end, they actually take it very seriously. They will sometimes even call out your names, like of everyone in the participant list. And if you don't respond, you don't get your attendance on. Some lecturers insist that you have your cameras on for certain parts of the class.
Oh no.
Yeah, so on my end it's a bit more strict. They really want to know you're there.
But I think that's not very fair because like most of the time you just woke up and you don't look your best,
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want people seeing you with your bed head and your pajamas.
Speaking of waking up, shouldn't you wake up hours before the class to get ready for it instead of waking up right before the class?
Yeah, no, that's the thing people don't do anymore because you don't have to physically prepare yourself.
You don't have to like dress up, get ready.
Exactly.
You just attend at home.
Yeah, so that's a big part of it. That's why, like, what I do is like I wake up maybe 10 minutes before my class, like, go to the toilet, get a glass of water, whatever. Just really, really basic preparations, and just go through the class.
Right. Sometimes I even go like, sometimes I'm like 10 minutes late and I join class. Sorry, miss. Connection problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So speaking of going to class, we need to, because the producer behind is asking me to slow down. I'm slowing down right now. So speaking of online class, have you all heard of this news in which some Singaporean college students, they were in online class, they've forgotten to turn off their cameras, in a Zoom call, and they fuck.
Boy.
They fuck live on camera, and the whole class entertainment.
Well,
One hell of a class.
They're taking hard work too seriously, I
Oh
guess.
god.
well, I bet the other students were just like, nah. Actually, I think they were asleep.
A good point. And I would sleep through the whole thing. But yeah, I can see that's bound to happen. Like I've heard stories of people telling me that they forgot to turn off their mic and then they're like cursing the lecture in front of the whole class. Yeah, that's happened so many times.
Yup.
What was the most awkward situation you faced in online class?
That was one that was pretty funny where this guy, like on Teams, for some reason you can mute the lecturer.
Oh wow! You can mute the lecturer?
So yeah, they used to do that, and there was this whole time where everyone just kept on muting the lecturer because everyone's just so sick of him, and that was actually pretty fun. But
Oh no.
God, was he mad?
I've never experienced any embarrassing situations, but one of my classmates this one time, he was singing at the top of his lungs, like legit singing, and his mic was on, and everyone was in the class.
Sick.
And then
Good though, pretty
I
good.
just texted him, bro, your mic is on, and he was like, oh shit. But I think that what online class has helped us develop a skill, which is like, let's say we're sleeping through the class, and when the lecturer calls our name, we instantly wake up.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, moving forward, I don't know how long classes would be like
Even
this.
you guys sleep in classes?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
well, mostly through the morning classes, and maybe the ones right after lunch. Yeah, basically the
Because,
whole
like,
day.
some of my classes are like tutorial based. Once you finish your work, you can like quit,
Yeah,
exit class.
Once you submit your
Once you
answers,
submit,
you're good to go.
Right.
Mhm.
Interesting. So moving forward, what are your plans in life? I mean, if you completed your final exams, in other words, you're a free man, you're a free bird.
I'm gonna be a stripper.
What the?
Yeah.
You?
Wow, that's a pretty high aspiration there. See, he doesn't need air conditioning, only fans.
Badum.
Get it?
Okay, let's keep it PG-13. Let's keep it suitable
Okay.
for audiences below 18. But what's next? Like moving forward, what's next? What do you all want to do in life? Or are you all still figuring it out?
Well, for me, I end my diploma studies at the end of this year. Then I'll have my internship. Then I'll probably do my internship. Then I want to go work first. I don't want to go into studies like right away because I feel like it's pointless, especially right now since everything is online. So I really want to work and get some experience before I actually continue to study, if I continue to study.
Alright, that's fair. I'm gonna end my degree like at the end of the year as well. I feel like the job market is it's in this really weird place right now where different segments of the economy is booming and others are like failing really bad. And I mean, lucky for me, I feel like I'm in this path where I'll still be okay. But yeah, we'll see where it is like at the end of the year, if things are blossoming a bit more or not. But yeah, I'm still waiting to see how things settle down.
Interesting. Good stuff. So what's next? What are we gonna talk about next? But yeah, speaking of studies and all these things, with a lot of free time in your hand right now, in both your hands right now, what are you guys planning to do though?
Make TikTok videos.
Could you show us some moves?
I don't do that kind of TikTok videos.
Oh. How about you?
I have no idea. There's been learning a lot about trading actually.
Trading.
Yeah, like day trading. Yeah.
Day trading.
Especially with like a new crypto coin being made every day. It's really fun to study this thing. I've been really dabbling in that a lot. Fun stuff.
Yeah, speaking of trading, right, I've invested quite a lot of money into this cryptocurrency called BNB. which is a Binance Smart Chain kind of token, and it went up almost 70%. It returned almost 70% of my investment, and I just want to say that wow, it is one great experience. And at the same time, I've also invested into Doge, which is the Dogecoin, and I made triple the investment of what I put in. That was awesome. If I literally put more in, I could have been wealthy by now. Have you heard of this new crypto coin called Rocket? Literally Rocket.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, and the coins are called cummies. So let's just say if you buy 1 million cummies, what do you have? I have 1 million cummies.
Wow.
Sounds very crispy.
I would buy that.
I would buy some cum rocket as well. Yeah, literally going to the moon, bro.
Just for the sake of the name, I'd buy that.
Yeah. Could you say I own a cummy?
Hell yeah.
But speaking of having fun, right?
I went to an Indian restaurant the other day and asked if they have bread. They said, "I'm sorry, we have none."
You joke.
You know, speaking of Indian restaurants and having fun, Isaac is really good at making.
Whoa, what's going on here? Where is this going?
He's really good at making those Indian impressions.
Hey, I'm Indian. I have the right.
Right, Isaac, you wanna try doing that? Because we're definitely not as good as you. Isaac, try doing that.
Alright, give me a line. I'll say it.
Any lines?
Your computer has virus.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Your computer has virus, sir. Do you want me to help fix it? Okay, first step, what you have to do is turn it off and on again. And if it's still not working, what you do is you take your hand, slap the side computer. Just whack it a few times, sir. Oh, thank you, madam. Have a nice day.
Can you say PUBG Mobile?
PUBG Mobile.
No, you're gonna say like fast, like.
PUBG Mobile. You want me to say that fast?
How about Fortnite?
Fortnite.
How about Counter Strike?
Counter Strike.
What's your name?
My name is Motu. That's gotta be a bit racist. I'm sorry. No, wait, I'm Indian. I can say that. Oh, God.
What is your occupation?
My occupation. Well, sir, I have many jobs. I'm jack many trades. So, like, I am Irish pot by day, window washer by night. And sometimes I dabble in the toilet washing also. I do it all.
Oh
God.
This.
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of Indians. Kind of picked it up along the way.
My asthma hasn't been back for 12 years.
Perfect.
Have you guys heard of this new game called Ligma?
Not again.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ligma bomb.
Here we go again.
Speaking of Ligma, no, not Ligma.
Speaking of like accents and stuff, I feel like nowadays people are too sensitive. You know, you get me?
Why?
Trying to elaborate on that.
Because jokes that fly, I don't know, like 10 years ago on YouTube, they definitely wouldn't fly today, if you know what I'm saying. Like the OG YouTubers like Smosh, Ryan Higa, they made a lot of very sensitive jokes, but back then it wasn't deemed as sensitive. Maybe it's because the times have changed, or
Yeah, people definitely view things differently now. But actually, I don't really know how people view different things. But sure, a lot of things tend to offend people nowadays more than it did back then. People take things more personally, which is not wrong. Like you're entitled to feel however you feel about anything, right? You have your right to feel the way you feel, react however you want. But yeah, I think as like content creators, I guess we should be obviously we should be careful of that.
Yeah,
like we should always be considerate because they are after all like our audience, right? We want to make them happy. Why would we want to offend anyone?
Yeah, I guess one thing is that a normalization of stereotypical jokes, such as how Asians eat dogs, how Asians and Chinese eat dogs, and how Indians probably smell like curry all the time.
Hey, what do you say?
Like how Indians smell like curry all the time, and how Chinese eat dogs, and how how
How white people have no flavor. I mean, that's not wrong, but
Event there.
yeah. So I guess it's the thing is, I don't think people should normalize stereotypes, and some of the jokes are just reinforcing the fact that stereotypes are real. These stereotypes are real. Like there was once that I saw a YouTube video of someone of an obviously an Asian creator, and he was just taking a cat and he popped and then he has dinner. So it's kind of like reinforcing the fact that hey, you know, Asians really do eat cats and dogs, which I wouldn't say it was wrong, but we have to go back to the older days when it was so damn tough to make a living. It was so damn tough to even have food on the table. Those were the toughest times, and that was probably like decades or probably a century ago, in which, you know, it was just a really tough time for a lot of Asians.
Yeah.
And now we are now living in the 21st century, and a lot of people are still thinking that hey, you know, Chinese still eat cats and dogs in general. Every Chinese eat dogs, which, come on, I had chicken for lunch.
the only dogs I eat are hot dogs.
Oh,
Hey.
that's not even made of dogs, bro.
Oh, that's what you think.
But that's the thing. I guess like things that could fly back then won't necessarily, might probably sink today. Like things that could fly back then probably would sink today, mainly because people usually they have the intellect. I mean, no, I won't say people don't have the intellect back then. I mean, today people have the sense of what's right and what's wrong, which probably back then it already exists, but
They didn't really care.
people didn't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, but over time people become more of a
Woke. We're more woke now.
woke and stuff. But it also encourages new bunch of keyboard warriors, I call the social justice warriors, which they're
Yeah.
probably triggered by almost anything and everything.
Yeah, like most of the time, people that are offended by some things are not even of the party that are supposed to be offended. Like, let me take an example. Like, if someone sees this person, they see some content that is supposedly mocking Asian culture, but that person is like a white person which has never been into any Asian country, and they're just trying to find something to like talk about, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. And they will sort of take offense for someone else offending another group of people.
They're gatekeeping other people's culture for them, which is very unnecessary.
That's true.
Yeah. And speaking of cultures and all these things, right? Speaking of stereotypes, my recent content about cats, about talking cats that make sounds that sound like human, it blew up, got like millions of views in just a couple of days total. All these videos accumulated, probably 5 videos accumulated, I probably get around 7 or 8 million views in total. And you know, the comments are all like, you know, people are saying stuff like, oh no, save the cat, he's gonna eat it for dinner. Or another person actually commented like, lunch or dinner. Like, come on man, like it's not cool because we're not living in the 21st century. They're still thinking like back in the 1900s or something. And the thing is, a lot of people think it is okay. The normalization of all these stereotypes, it's just not. It's not cool.
There's a
It's not
line.
cool.
There's a line in between jokes and just plain racism.
Yes, there's a line between jokes and racism. But again, I believe racism would be. I don't think everyone is racist on purpose. Some people think it's funny. Some people think asking if this thing you're eating right now is lunch or dinner, are you eating cats and dogs? They think it's funny. Because a lot of content creators normalize.
A lot of people do that. They normalize the casual racism up to the point that people think it's not offensive, but it actually is.
Yeah, that's the messed up issue. Like just like what we were laughing at just now, people are laughing at Asian accents.
Yeah.
Asian accents, like some people say Chinese talk like this and all these things. It is true.
It's true. Some of the Chinese they talk like this, but not all of us talk like this.
Yeah, they think all Asians sound like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Like
we have so many Asian cultures that, you know, and because English is not their first language. Yeah. there has to be some accent. It's just like how Americans, like those white boys and white girls, they talk in Chinese and they say ni hao. No, that's the exact accent they're talking about. Because English is their first language, and when they try a second, third, or fourth language, they mix the accent up.
Yeah, it follows. The accent follows.
Follows
Ni
the accent,
hao.
guys.
It's actually called ni hao, but they say
Ni hao.
ni hao. And we have to explain it to them. It is ni and how. For them to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think there's no one model fits all. I think everything in this world is unique. Everyone is beautiful. Everyone is unique. That's why I love myself.
Where were we?
Oh, we were at ni hao.
Yeah.
Speaking of Chinese, I find it so funny how some Americans they get Chinese characters tattooed on them, which they don't know the meaning of. I have no idea why they do that. Like they could get a tattoo of something that says chicken rice, 鸡饭 on their chest, and they go back to the country and all their friends are like, wait, what does that mean, fella? Then the guy will say, damn son, it means peace and serenity.
Peace, love, and hope.
But then it means chicken rice, and they wouldn't know any better.
Yeah, it's true. Speaking of that, I do remember a Chinese family, a Chinese man who don't speak in English. He went to America and he got a tattoo that says donkey.
Donkey. Donkey.
They were so proud when he went back. It means strength, courage, and power. But people say, oh, that actually means donkey. You're like, oh wow.
Donkey.
兄弟，你身上的纹是什么意思啊？
Oh, sure. Strength, power,
好啊。
和希望. Yeah, I think. But you know what, guys? Let's tell us what you want us to talk about in the next video, because I think we pretty much talk about anything and everything random.
Yes.
So tell us in the comments what more you want to listen from us, and
Yep.
we can probably talk about it in the next video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have Mutu, and we have Isaac,
That's right.
We have
I am
Isaac.
okay.
and Edward.
Hello.
Yeah, and myself. Signing out.
Bye bye.
Let's do it together in 3, 2, 1.
Cue outro.
Wee. Wee.
Whee!